ungefär någon gång på sjön.
Som pizzas. Pizzas. Amazing. Qué puto.
Yeah, I normally just put the buckle on your hand just because it's easier to put on. I know there's an advantage, like, but only if I take it. You know what I mean? Like, only if I take it. No, I know. Yeah.
Is that good steps? Marius.
Oh, er du rigtig? Ja, du er det. Hør god jeg med, ikke? Det er ganske fine komedien, jeg er ude. Ja, ude. Ja, det kan være ude.
That's a very
Ja,
dangerous
ude, det er fineste danske.
I love it. Hvad siger du om det?
Hvad siger du? Han bliver sjovt.
All right, let's get it started. Armwrestling fans, a bit of noise out here for our champions. Come on, let's take it out, man. Yeah. All right, you're strapped.
Sorry, Denise, you can't hear us?
What you need?
Wow, Matt with a big hit.
Get in there, Matt. Get in. Get in. Get in. Shoulder. Do it again. Do it again.
He's hitting him.
Come on, that's Matt.
Oh, Matt's got the position. Wow. Look at this match. Devon says 1 more year, he's psyching him up. Most is going to Vegas.
Hard up. Close your hand.
Oh, here we go.
Go. There you go.
Not sure he ever left, but there you go.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Call the switch.
Come on, Georgie.
I got your hand gobbled up now. I
Don't give a
I think I got it.
we'll see. Don't call it. Oh, now you feel. Yeah, we'll see. Don't call it quits, boy. Can opener. Yeah.
Tá em diagonal. Close your hands. A mão, alicate, cara.
Marcelo, com raiva desse cara, Marcelo. Fica com raiva dele, cara. Fica puto com ele. Tá roubando. Ele roubou o cinturão. Ele já devia tomar uma falta. Não deixa esse filho da mãe ganhar assim, não.
Foca na luta.
Decide nisso. Decide nisso. Com raiva. Com raiva.
Tá bom pra você, mano.
Alicate.
Armwrestling on planet Earth. You're
Close your thumb.
Traz o animal, Marcelo. Traz o animal pra fora.
Close your hands.
Go!
Call for Devon.
Respiração! É na respiração, amor. Respira, calma.
Traz a força, Marcelo. De dentro. Traz a força de dentro, Marcelo.
Devil's elbow.
Traz a força de dentro. Quebra, Marcelo. Força de dentro. Traz a força de dentro. Aí. Vai rodando o ombro. Isso aí, vai rodando o ombro. Boa, Marcelo. Marcelo.
Isso. Gira, entra na mesa, entra mais. Isso, mais. Entra mais. Entra mais.
Every year in the WAL, new stars emerge and established greats remain at the top of their class. But there may be no one who can claim a longer period of sustained excellence than the legendary Ron Bath.
I got introduced to arm wrestling as a teenager. It was November of 1980. The rest is history. Still here, still arm wrestling.
Ron Bath, a true arm wrestling legend.
Arm wrestling for me is something I've always naturally been good at.
Oh, he's mad, he's mad.
So it's just something I was easy to fall in love with.
All right, so he's showing about 2 courses buried.
I've been doing construction just over 20 years.
What we're gonna do is hold off those stakes about 3.5 feet, give or take, 3 feet.
We build walls anything from a foot or 2 high to anything up towards 60 feet plus. Over the years of doing construction, I've incorporated a lot of it into arm wrestling. I think that's made me even stronger and better.
Devon Larratt! Yeah.
Being in my 50s, I found out keeping up with these young guys because of age, and just seeing how long I can be very competitive. Maybe it's just not wanting to get old, but sometimes I think it's thrill hearing somebody say, how can you do that when you're that old? Just trying to see how long I can be the best that I can be.
Ron Bath is among a cast of legends in the WAL heavyweight division. After navigating through a field that included Matt Mask and Marcio Barbosa, Ron Bath found himself one step away from claiming the right-hand hammer. In his way stood the 2015 runner-up, Devon Larratt, who had his sights set on dominating the heavyweight division in 2016.
Competing in the 225-pound right heavyweight final. Please make some noise for Devon No Limits Larratt.
My name is called, and the closer I get to that table, I know it's my day for victory.
Please welcome the legend, Ron Bath.
I'm trying to get my psyche up to a point of where I'm ready to fight till the bloody end.
To me, Ron Bath is the American king of arm wrestling. I'm here to beat him. The girl throws down a thick stack of money. When you put $10,000 on the table, believe me, there is a difference to how hard you will fight, how hard you will push.
At the table, I really worked the psyche to hate the guy across from me. Devon likes to shoot his mouth off, and I'm waiting for him to say something that can just really motivate and drive me a little crazy.
Relax. It's like this, Devon. Straight. Close your hand. Go.
I explode. Ron doesn't like that.
Come on.
I know it messes with his mind. I'll keep pushing those buttons.
You can't keep jacking that around.
The unhappier he gets, the more angry he gets at my actions, the more my plan is gonna work and his will fail.
Devon Larratt this year has been ultra impressive.
We both wanted to get out into the straps. The go went perfect.
It's a big drive from Bath, and you can see how hard that tested Devon Larratt.
I get the hit on Devon. It wasn't exactly what I wanted. I wanted a top, but I actually thought I had him down close enough to that pin pad to get the call.
The Canadian has stopped the match, and now we can see evidence again of him squeezing the match back to center.
I got the stop, and I know that he can't pin me, and I'm gonna regain all my angles back until I bleed him like a vampire, and I leave him with nothing.
Devon pulls me a little bit back to the center of the table. He starts doing a little bit more of his taunting, but I still had a lot of fight left. I think more than he thought I did.
You could see an adjustment there from Bath as he tried to regain his hand and does so again.
Ron's driving, he's pumping, he's trying to get that finish, but there's no quick way to end this, and he's rushing it. And every time he rushes, I'm gaining that little bit. His chances for pinning me the next match go down even more.
Bath will not quit.
Deep down inside, I was thinking about actually giving up the match and saving some energy for the next match. But I got just a little too much fight in me.
I saw he wouldn't surrender, so I put him out of his misery.
And The second round will be far easier for the Canadian arm wrestler.
I'm so proud of you, Devon.
Boom. Round one, Larratt. I'm one win away from victory.
Best 2 out of 3. Larratt trying to win once again in the heavyweight on the right side.
I know there's some so hard. I know there's some fair Canadians. Hit it so hard.
Devon Larratt applying that mental game.
Being taunted like that, there's nothing more I wanted than to kick his ass on the next one. When we got gripped up again, I knew I needed to get a good hit on Devon.
Close your head.
But I jumped a little bit.
You're supposed to say go. Is that one mine too? Right when you're wrestling.
And I think the ref just called slow, man.
What's a slow start for?
I was on fire. I was ready to go.
It's gonna be boom. I'm focused.
Larratt will look for the speed here. He's done a lot of damage to the American in that first pin.
I want to pin him top row right to the pad. I'm winning the biggest arm wrestling tournament that the world has to offer.
Go.
Big drive on the start and takes it with a top roll. Devon Larratt has succeeded where twice he has failed and is the new champion of the World Arm Wrestling League on the right arm.
And I have accomplished my mission. Hammer held to the sky.
Last year, I didn't qualify for this. And then in 1 year, I worked my butt off. And I just beat a big name.
To win a WAL hammer, these Titans need to endure a grueling gauntlet of matches against the most elite arm wrestlers in the world. The difference between winning and losing in this sport can be measured in micrometers. For these competitors, that means finding unique methods of training on their never-ending quest for an edge over the competition.
Arm wrestlers are real creative.
I mean, you got to be innovative. You got to make things work for you.
Wrist curl, wrist curl.
One of the things I do is climb rope.
Arm wrestling is all short movements, so I stick to everything with short movements.
I've been doing just this.
Anything I do at work, I try to turn into a workout. You can get a great workout just messing around with the kids, half hour, just dip away.
I have a 5-gallon bucket. It's filled with rice. This is a 20-pound sledgehammer head. I just sawed off the arm on it and trained not to be strong.
I have one cardio technique, and I swing those hammers for an hour.
It doesn't matter what I'm doing, I'm arm wrestling all day long.
Perhaps no one worked harder this year to get to a final than Tony Kotowski. After a disappointing performance in 2015, Kotowski returned to the WAL with a vengeance. After an impressive performance against Justin Bishop in the semifinals, Kotowski earned a shot at redemption against a familiar foe, Craig Sanders.
From England, he's known as the Birmingham Bullet, the fastest man in arm wrestling. Please give it up for Craig Sanders.
Trying hard for this. I've travelled all the way from England. I've battled hard, and now I'm going to face Tony Kotowski in the final.
Entering the pits, please welcome Tony Iron Man Kotowski.
Last time we arm wrestled a few years ago, he beat me, and he beat me convincingly. And I want to stay loose, but inside my head I'm thinking about Craig Sanders. When I got to the table and I saw Tony Kotowski, he looked huge, but I was still confident because I've beat him before.
Tony Kotowski. He goes against the fastest man in arm wrestling, Craig Sanders.
I don't feel comfortable in the referee's grip. He smothered my hand in the setup.
You got away with one there, and you know it. 1-0.
Craig actually turned his wrist in, and I combated against it, but I got the foul because the ref seen my hand move before Craig's.
A little bit of to and fro at the table, and really good gamesmanship there from Tony Kotowski, making sure the referee thinks that it was Craig that threw the foul. Ooh, anticipation from Craig, and he missed that start. That's critical. Kotowski with the win.
I didn't roll him or nothing with my wrist. It was pure side pressure. I beat him with there and trapped him in my hand.
Oh, look at that.
And I pinned him. I couldn't believe it. I was actually stronger than Craig. I didn't think I was actually truly stronger than him. I was more stunned than I think anybody in that crowd. I was astonished, to say the least.
And Craig Sanders, known for his speed, was caught napping for once there.
The ref said go, and I was underneath him straight away, so there's no coming back from that, really.
So here in the right final, best 2 out of 3, Kotowski a victory away from raising the hammer and getting 10 grand.
After the first match, he'd smothered my hands, and so I thought I'd try and turn him into a hook in the next match.
Close your thumbs.
Foul. Don't do that, Craig. Don't do that. Let's arm wrestle. Let's arm wrestle.
You're not allowed to advance in it. You're not allowed to advance in it.
Let's go.
When that ref said go, that second match, I knew immediately he was going to go inside for the hook. So I dumped my wrist down a little bit, put my wrist back on his palm, and I went in for a high hook.
Again, smart gamesmanship from Kotowski, making sure the referee's all over Craig's wrist. Sanders trying to engage the arm, but he gets no change, and that's an undeniable, deserving victory for the Iron Man. Simply too strong on the day.
Tony Kotowski, he's strong, he's a beast.
When I won, my heart stopped. I couldn't believe it. I worked so hard all year long, 6 nights a week, training just for this one moment, and I was actually here, and I actually beat Craig Sanders, one of the best in the world. I couldn't even believe it.
And a man from Wisconsin delivers big time here, right-handed. As convincing a victory as we have seen here in the World Arm Wrestling League. Look at that when the match hits the hook. Craig Sanders, very, very powerful individual, but he really had very little to offer there.
I was able to control his wrist a little bit, plus control his arm a little bit. So then once I applied the side pressure on him, it was game over for him. I ended up getting this, the hammer, which means more to me than any amount of money that I could ever win.
Było przewać kartę. I to musi. Nie!
Got me foul, B-Hub.
They'll take it! Olá, garoto! Square!
Vamos rápido, concentra, rápido! Pancadão!
Right there, you center. Close your arm. Do not move. Você tá em diagonal. Close your hands. A mão, alicate, cara. Close it up. Marcelo, com raiva desse cara, Marcelo. Fica com raiva deles, cara. Fica puto com ele. Tá roubando. Ele roubou só pra restrição. Ele já devia tomar uma falta. Não deixa filho da mãe ganhar assim, não. Foca na luta. Decide nisso. Decide nisso. Com raiva. Com raiva. That's center. Leave your thumbs up.
Wrestling on planet Earth.
Center's there.
Close your thumbs.
Traz o animal, Marcelo. Traz o animal pra fora.
Close your hands.
Go.
Call for Devon.
Respira, bebê, na respiração. É na respiração.
Passa!
É na respiração, amor. Respira, calma.
Traz a força, Marcelo. De dentro. Traz a força de dentro, Marcelo.
Careful, Devon.
Traz a força de dentro. Quebra, Marcelo. Força de dentro. Traz a força de dentro. Aí. Vai rodando o ombro. Isso aí, vai rodando o ombro.
Na respiração. Na respiração.
Marcelo.
Come on, Dad. Respira.
Isso! Gira, entra na mesa, entra mais, entra mais. Isso, Marcos. Entra mais, entra mais.
Entra mais com o ombro.
Entra mais.
Bartwood just taking control of the match now, trying to give the guys equal opportunity. Watch for that blistering speed from Mask off the start. That is going to be pivotal. Big drive, but that's great from Devon Larratt. He's put the brakes on. Mask now trying to apply the pressure into the hand and wrist, but he's lost his own grip there. And that is pivotal. Again, Devon Larratt had the opportunity to finish there, but he didn't take it. He's looking to burn and exhaust as many angles, as many areas in the forearm of Mask as he possibly can in this first start. Confidence in his arm strength. Look at him maintaining the match there. He's letting Mask do all the work. Devon Larratt drives sideways and Mask is beginning to tire. He's starting to get desperate now, and bouncing off his own joint is not going to do him any good. Needs to settle himself, pins his own arm as he feels he's being toyed with.
Hold my finger, hold it.
Odd request, but he needed the assistance there, Neil. He dislocated that on the right side earlier in the night.
Yeah, you can see just as he's applying the pressure on the gripping peg there, it probably re-dislocated. This guy's going to be so full of adrenaline, he may not have noticed it initially, but as soon as he starts to calm down, it's right there at the front of his mind, and that won't do him any favors at this stage of the match.
Put your stall, Matt. Get up here. Put your massage from the Alberta, buddy.
30 seconds, you get your own. Square up.
So Larratt with a 1-0 lead, best 2 of 3 here in the final.
Most importantly, once again, Devon had done so much work in that first pull. He likes to exhaust his opponents there. He gets hand control here on Mask.
Nowhere. No, I will.
We'll go straight to the straps.
So Mask getting a little help there on that dislocated finger again, Neil.
Yeah, you can see really it's starting to trouble him now. It's going to be playing on his mind a little bit, which is a shame for the guy. He looks impressive, but he's going to need every ounce of mental focus to defeat Devon Larratt.
Yeah, no.
I'm just trying to call
You complain so much. Just man up. Get in there.
Devon Larratt calls Ontario home. Mask, Alberta, out in Western Canada. Here we go, Neil.
Devon Larratt there just trying to wind up Matt Mask to draw him into a dogfight, and a big drive again, and he set that arm. Matt Mask unable to find his top roll, and he's squeezing around now and sets the hook. That's a lot better position from Mask. Really tight and dug deep there. And he's got a good, ooh, nearly a finish there from Devon Larratt, but a massive counter reaction from Matt Mask, and that finger really troubled him as he tried to readjust on the gripping pin.
Go.
Pin it.
Don't watch it.
Pin it.
Come on. I can't do it. Do it. Pin it. You pin it.
To squeeze around, much better position from Matt Mask, but there goes the hand and wrist. It's over now. From there, Devon Larratt has everything he needs to secure the victory.
Two hammers. Yeah!
From Devon Larratt, he has secured his second hammer, and a dominant win here in Las Vegas. Probably the most impressive we've ever seen him against a very game and very valiant Matt Mask, who threw everything he possibly could at the champion.
Mission accomplished for Devon Larratt, the champion 2 times over tonight.
I just wanted to go home and start training again. Halfway through the match, I wanted to go start training again. So I knew I was running out of gas. Wasn't going to happen, but I couldn't stop, right? I was pulling, my finger kept popping out, dislocating just from hanging on to the peg, so I was trying to tap it on the peg to straighten it out again, but I was hoping to be able to make enough lunch money there with my left. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out today. So
here's Abby Hornacek with the double hammer winner.
Such an intense match. You guys battled it out, but you are friends outside of arm wrestling. So what was it like taking him on?
I really love Matt. I think, you know, he's a fellow Canadian, and I just got a couple years on him. It's only a matter of time before he beats me, but I like to rub it in while I'm still getting him.
Now, you didn't have the height advantage that you usually do. How did you adjust to that?
Yeah, I'm just so strong. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I really committed this whole year just to training, you know, and I had a lot of support from a lot of people, and thank you.
Well, you're the defending champion, and you won on the other arm. What's it like being the king of the heavyweights?
Well, I'm really just so happy that we have this going on right now. Such a great time in our sport. Thank you, WAL.
Congratulations.
The era of Devon Larratt has begun, and there are no limits to how long that could last.
Tonight was proof that in the heavyweight class, at least for now, there is Devon Larratt.
You cannot beat me.
And everyone else.
Very satisfying.
Contenders like Matt Mask and Marcio Barbosa are close.
I'm gonna hit it so hard. Two hammers. Yeah!
Really? Yeah. This is a good day to check stuff out. It's not too crowded. No, I didn't get no. They were here there. Well, a lot of nice people. Off and on. I said them cool with Bryce. Wednesday, started doing that fun Wednesday. I got him tired there, Mike. Yeah, I appreciate it. Right where you want. And then he's like, I got him right where you want. WLC.